So yeah, just introduce yourself, say your name, and I guess what you do.
Okay. I'm Martha Wickham, and I work for University Hospital in solid organ transplant, and I've been there almost 10 years, and it's a long drive.
Alrighty, so this is an interview for an exercise in the course I'm taking this semester. For the purposes of this exercise, do you consent to being interviewed and recorded?
I do.
Beautiful. Alright, so I'd like to learn about your experience of gender in the workplace. Can you describe where you work in as much detail as possible?
So I work for University Hospital. It's a very, very large teaching hospital associated with the UC system. And I specifically work in the transplant program for solid organ. And it's very exciting. What I do, I manage a group of us, a team of us. We are part of the quality program of transplant, and we manage all of the regulations associated with a transplant program.
And with a typical day with your team, what are the smaller day-to-day activities that you do?
Yes. Well, it's honestly, it's never the same thing on any given day. My coworker and I, we are more, I guess, data driven because we can't handle the clinical part because I'm not a nurse and my other coworker is not a nurse.
Okay.
So a typical day really, it depends on what's going on.
Alright. So I was wondering, what activities do men do and what activities do women do, and are they any different, or is it general or specific?
Well, interestingly, in the healthcare field, not that long ago, it was very gender specific. Men were doctors and women were nurses.
For sure.
And even though on the nursing side, it's still predominantly more of a female, there are more and more men becoming nurses. And also on the physician side, so many more female doctors, which is great. But still on the nursing side, still predominantly female, I would say. But it's good that it's kind of the tables are turning, and there are no stereotypes with men being nurses.
Sure.
Like before, if you were a male nurse, you were automatically judged as being a particular way, and I just don't see that as the case anymore. So I'm glad that it's evolving, but honestly, I think with healthcare, that was really so very specific not that long ago.
So, leading into my next question, does your workplace foster equality between the genders? Are there any institutions or barriers that still limit certain genders going to certain occupations?
No, I don't even think that that's the case at all. But in my field, there are no barriers, no boundaries, anything like that. If a male wants to become an RN or an MSN or whatever, they're welcome, and they will have a job if their skills and they pass all the tests they need to pass. They are welcome.
So I was wondering if you could tell me about a time that from gender the gender of a coworker was ever an issue.
No.
Never? That's really good to hear.
No, even back when I first started working, I can honestly say that luckily I've not ever experienced anything where gender was an issue.
With just this specific occupation, or was there ever a time earlier in your
Well, I wasn't always in healthcare.
Okay.
I was actually a commercial interior designer for a little while. Even then, that was, I never experienced that. And unless I was just oblivious to it, but I don't remember that ever being an issue.
From your experience alone, personally, and I know this is a very arbitrary question, but do you believe there is a systemic issue in the country today with gender in the workplace?
Today, no, I don't. I feel like, there are probably pockets, especially in parts of the country that are less open to, diversity and inclusion and things like that. Because we lived in Pennsylvania for 4 years, and I could see that in that part of the country, they are very rooted in this is the way it is here. So, even associated with that, there's still probably parts of the country that are not as open as others.